This dude was worth $40 million by the time he was 40. Started from nothing. He's a great family man. Married his high school sweetheart, so you understand his morals. We don't even have that anymore. I mean, that's just unheard of, right? Married his high school sweetheart, serial entrepreneur. I mean, when I talk about a guy that's no nonsense, I was listening to the guy backstage, and he was talking to somebody, and he was pretty much like, listen, dude, this is how it's going to go. If you're going to say something, do it, because if I say it, I'm going to do it. So let me introduce my man, Chris Mother-Loving Rood.
Colors a little more blue. You might think that you're redneck, but I'm rednecker than you. Yes, I am. I got a car parked in my front yard with a floorboard full of Slim Jims. I piss where I want to, and I fish
Y'all blue
where
collar,
I
huh?
swim.
This fucking blue
Yeah,
collar.
I bet you ain't got it on a tailgate or killed a copperhead a time or two. And man, if you're thinking you're a better beer drinker, buddy, I've got news for you.
How we doing? Y'all think y'all more blue collar than me? No, look, it's always a pleasure to come and serve and talk to other entrepreneurs, because I'm about as blue collar entrepreneur as they get, and you'll see this as we talk. I'm just like you. I started from scratch. I don't come from all kind of money. I wasn't given all kind of money to start my business. I fucking worked my ass off, and I know you guys did too. I told my wife before we came here, I said, this is my people. I go to these other events, and it's a bunch of bullshit and all kind of, like, you need to invest in NFTs and the fucking metaverse and Bitcoin. The fuck? The fuck y'all talking about? So I can appreciate this crowd, because I know y'all real. And that's what I'm going to bring today, is a bunch of realness. I may insult some of you guys. I may say shit that doesn't probably jive with you, but I doubt it, because this is my crowd. But I'm going to keep it real. And I'm going to tell you what I did to build wealth. You good with that? Yeah. Let's do it. So this is me, 22 years old, full of piss and vinegar. All the energy in the world, didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew I was going to start something. I was like, hell, I'm just going to start an on-site oil change company out of the back of my truck while I'm a junior in college. Started washing cars, changing oil. By the time I was 24, I think I graduated college, 23. I had built that into a six-figure business just on site. Then I scaled that into 4 locations out of the back of my truck. I started buying physical locations, right? Did that for 15 years. And what helped me build wealth was not just having a service-based business, because that generates cash. What's going to help you build wealth is I owned all the real estate of the mechanic shop, quick lubes, and car washes that I owned. That's going to help you build wealth. How many of you guys own the physical location that your office is at? Okay, just a few of you guys. It's crucially important for you blue-collar entrepreneurs to make sure you own the real estate that you're under, if it's possible. Did that for 15 years, and I was like, you know what? I made a bunch of money. And I started selling off some of my shops, and I started rolling it into real estate. Started another real estate company out of the back of my truck. I kid you not, bandit signs. Putting out 400 or 500 bandit signs a month. Almost got arrested a couple times. Built my portfolio finding off-market properties, flipping, wholesaling, investing in real estate. Started from scratch also. This is one of my mechanic shops that's still open to this day. I sold 3 of my mechanic shops. I kept that one. Just to show you how blue collar I am. I'm still in the blue collar business. This is my junk removal business I started with my son. I'm closing on an HVAC company next Friday, owner finance. I'm going to help him scale his blue collar company. Now, how do you think I blew up all these companies? Because all of them did seven figures. I owned 4 mechanic shops, and I still to this day couldn't tell you how to do a brake job. I can't change tires. I can't change your starter or your alternator. But you know what I can do? I understand, first and foremost, marketing, sales, people, processes, and I create entrepreneurs inside of my company. You don't want to be the master tech of your company if you're going to get out of it, because then you're going to just buy yourself a job. You understand that? In your service-based business, yeah, you definitely want to master it so you can scale the business and do all the work when you're first getting started. But what ends up happening to a lot of blue-collar guys is what happens is they get married to their what? Their business, and they never get out of it. I'm going to show you how to get out of your business, your service-based business, and still keep it, but have an entrepreneur run it. And what everybody know? Raise your hand if you know what an entrepreneur is. It's somebody that works just as hard as you, but that doesn't own the company. That's how you're going to get out of your business. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in that business. And you're never going to build wealth. Yeah, you're going to have a high-paying job, and that's great. But if you want to have some freedom, you're going to have to learn how to create entrepreneurs. But you got to understand marketing and sales more than anything when you have these companies. That's how you're going to scale. Then you got to create people and a process. How many in here have a process, like a systematic process that you duplicate and you share and train to your employees? Raise your hand. Okay, everybody should be raising their hand. All right. So I'm going to get a little controversial here, but if you're going to go on this road of building wealth, it ain't for the faint of heart. How many of you guys got haters? Raise your hands. Good. Everybody should have haters in here. Everybody. You guys are fucking kings. The peasants don't like the kings. You understand that? Entrepreneurs are 3% of the population, but yet we try to mingle and hang out with the other 97%. You're different. You can't go and have these conversations with anybody back home. How many people you know that you try to talk back home about, you maybe find out, hey, I found this real estate niche or this business making a bunch of money, and you try to talk to them about it because you get so excited and be like, man, why are you talking to me about that? What, you bragging? How many times that happened to you? Of course. Because you're talking to the wrong people. Listen, guys, I don't have any friends. I have allies. Friends give me hangovers. They bullshit me. They lie to me. My friends help me make money. They serve me at a high level. They give me value. A lot of problem with most of you guys taking it to the next level is that you don't think high enough of yourself. And I say about an ego, all that you shouldn't have a high ego. No, you should have a massive ego. That's all bullshit. That's fucking guru talk. You motherfuckers know you better than most people. Matter of fact, stand up right now. All y'all, stand up. Stand up. Look at the person on the side of you. Introduce yourself, shake their hand, and tell them your name. Good. Now tell them, I'm the baddest motherfucker in this room. You see how that feels? It don't matter if they don't think you're the baddest motherfucker in the room. As long as you know you're the baddest motherfucker in the room, that's all that matters. And what does that do? That raises your vibrational level. That raises your self-esteem. That makes you feel worthy. Because you got to fucking outthink everybody up here. Nobody does shit if they think they can't do it. What did Henry Ford say? Whether you think you can or you think you can't, either way, you're what? You're fucking right. Walk around like you're the baddest motherfucker. Talk like you're the baddest motherfucker. In here, know you're the baddest motherfucker. And guess what? That shit will manifest in your life. You hear me? You feel me? Good. I wanted you guys to have that so we could raise the energy level here. We talked about no friends, only allies. You're going to have to make sure that you keep your circle tight. You can't go around just hanging out with everybody. The people you associate with are going to be the biggest factor in your life. I try to only hang around with people that I serve and they serve me. They're providing value. I provide value. I don't fucking hang around and go watch LSU and Alabama and argue about who the fuck's winning or why Coach Saban didn't do this. Motherfucker, I want to be on the field. You understand? I want to be in the field of business. My sport is real estate and business, right? Put me in the game, coach. Because don't bullshit yourself. This is a game. Real estate's a game. Business is a game. And you got to play at a high level. If you're too busy fucking off watching all that ESPN and all that bullshit, dude, you're not gonna drive revenue. You're not gonna build the life and wealth that you want. I hang around guys like this. I try to get around people that are doing big shit, right? Get around high-level people. Pay to get in the rooms, just like what you're doing here. You pay to be here. All of your people are in this room right here. There's private money in here. Your next partner's in here. The next business idea, private money, it's all in here. All of my friends are at masterminds. We're going to get a little technical. I'm going to have to kind of roll through this because I don't have a whole lot of time, but I want you to take pictures of all the slides. Because I wish somebody had told me this when I was 22. I'm 42. It took me 20 years of studying, making mistakes, almost going bankrupt twice to understand all this stuff. You got to understand, to be a professional real estate investor, to be a professional entrepreneur, you must understand these five concepts: market cycles, patterns, trends, demographics, migration patterns. Why do you think that's so? Because you got to know where you're at in the innings. We're at the bottom of the ninth right now in America, whether you know that or not. We are bankrupt. You understand that? The economy has cancer. Well, I said the government has cancer. I'm sorry. We have printed so much money that we're beyond return. You're going to watch modern day Rome fall, but it's okay because it's going to be an opportunity of a lifetime. There's going to be so many deals, so many opportunities. Demographics, right? We have the oldest demographic. Baby boomers are all retiring. They all have service-based businesses. They all own the majority of the real estate. They're going to be passing that along the next 20 years. You got to pay attention and try to scoop up some of these deals. You think we're at the top of the market cycle right now or at the bottom? Where do you think we're at? We hit the top of the market cycle. We are starting to come down. They're raising interest rates. And they're slowly trying to have a controlled explosion here. But it's going to be a shit show here soon. These are the three things that you need to understand to build wealth. You got to have your fast money, your medium money, and your slow money going for you. What does that mean? Your fast money, that's your active income. That's your businesses. That's your W-2 job. That is the stuff that transact on a daily basis or a weekly basis that gives you money to pay your bills. The problem with most blue-collar entrepreneurs is that all y'all do is fast money. And what happens is you don't truly build wealth because Uncle Sam, who here pays taxes? Raise your hand. Y'all shouldn't be paying any taxes. I hadn't paid taxes in 8 years. Why do you think that is? Real estate. Because I take my active income, my fast money, and I take my slow money, which is buy and hold, longer investments where I can get what? Depreciation. Whoever heard depreciation? You guys got to get into the depreciation game. You need to start learning. You need to start learning how to be a professional real estate investor along with being a blue-collar entrepreneur, because that's what I did. Otherwise, you're going to get taxed to death, and you're not going to move the needle. You just got a high-paying job. Work on different style of investments. Your medium money is slower investments. Maybe it's you flip a house here and there, which takes maybe 3 to 6 months. It's larger investments that pay out on a longer time period, maybe 3 to 6 months. Slow money. I do a lot of land development. I build neighborhoods. It's big money, but it's over sometimes 2 or 3 years before we get payouts. Rental properties, investing in businesses passively so you can get the oil and gas, great depreciation. You need stuff to offset all your active income. This is all I do in real estate. If you take a picture, this applies to business too. If you're not doing this, you're going to get bottlenecked. Bottom corner, direct-to-seller marketing. How many of you guys do direct-to-seller marketing in your business to generate more customers? Okay, only 30 of y'all raising your hands. Y'all trying to grow it organically. That's not a good thing. Everybody here has to understand direct-to-seller marketing will take your business to the next level. What is direct-to-seller marketing? Coupons, direct mail, Facebook ads, PPC, Google AdWords. You need to understand. If I'd have understood all this in my 20s, I would have went faster. I was just good at sales, but I wasn't good at marketing. Understand direct-to-seller marketing. Understand how to raise private money. Who in here raises private money? Raise your hand. Okay, just a few of y'all. This is the shit that will take you to the moon. You should not be using any of your own money. You raise private money. Everybody in here knows people that got a lot of money. They're looking for opportunities too. You present opportunities. If you're a great operator, people will give you money. If you're trustworthy, people will give you money. If you have a track record and you already have a business, you need to start raising private money right now so you don't have to stop. That's the problem with me is that I got into real estate. I started putting 200 down, 400, 600 down. I started buying all this real estate. The first 20 million that I built, I did it on my own, but I ran out of money. I almost went broke because I had to stop. And it's slow money. Don't use your own money. OPM. Now I don't stop. I buy millions of dollars worth of real estate every year now because I learned the art of raising private money. Then the second piece to that, up top, building a brand. How many of you guys think that you're a brand? Raise your hand. See, everybody in here is a brand. How many of you guys are on social media being loud and proud about your business and who you are? You have to do that. This is the biggest opportunity in your lifetime. Who knows, the communists may take away your social media here soon. There's no bullshit. This is the greatest opportunity in a lifetime. Listen, if Abraham Lincoln or Martin Luther King or frickin' Jesus Christ were alive today, they would be all over social media. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. This is an opportunity for you to promote your business like crazy. Who here follows me or even knows who I am? Okay, well then you know I'm always out there talking shit. All day, every day. It's free. 100 years ago, if you had an air conditioning company, a roofing company, you couldn't do that shit for free. You had to pay newspapers, articles, radio. Build your brand. Figure out where your strategic advantage is. Then fucking put a moat around that and guard your environment because then people are going to start attacking you once you start fucking doing something. This is the progression of a real estate investor. This is how I teach. This is the steps in sequential order of how you start and become a professional real estate investor. You start with wholesaling, which essentially is direct-to-seller marketing. How to find off-market properties from motivated sellers. We buy everything off-market, direct-to-seller. That's where the deals are at, so you can capture equity. You don't just go around buying real estate. Get yourself in a lot of trouble. I did that, almost in bankrupt. You need to capture equity. You got to have some meat on the bone going in. How do you find these deals? Direct-to-seller marketing. Once you master that, then you go to raising private money. That's junior high. You have to raise private money. Once you learn how to raise private money, then you can start wholetailing and flipping. Wholetailing is basically a half-ass flip. It's not a full rehab, but it's like painting floors. You just throw it up on the market. Once you've mastered that and you start stacking the cash, you roll that into buy and hold. That's college. Once you master buy and hold, you build a big portfolio like I have, then you start in what? Land development. That's where the big boys play. That's where you make millions of dollars. But if you don't know how to find deals, you don't know how to raise private money, you've never flipped anything, you don't have any rental property, should you start with land development? No. You start with this sequential order. After land development, you want to get it, if you stack, maybe you got $8-10 million liquid, you want to start lending money, like the banks. That's the best position to be in. So I do a lot of mobile home parks, right? I'm going to tell you why I do mobile home parks. Because I have a strategic advantage, and I can cheat legally, morally, and ethically, and that is the name of the game. Don't bullshit yourself. Business is fucking war, folks. If you're going around just trying to figure out how I can be fair and nice, and that's all bullshit. Figure out where you can cheat legally, morally, and ethically. Meaning, where do you have an unfair advantage? Who here has read The Art of War? Everybody needs to read that book. It talks about this. So you play where you have an unfair advantage. I have an unfair advantage because I'm from South Louisiana. Louisiana is the #1 state for mobile homes in the whole United States as far as sales. So I can buy mobile homes direct to seller from somebody that just paid for one. You know, he hit the lottery or something. He went buy a $75,000 trailer, and 2 years later he sells it to me for 10 grand. That's what I do. And then I get $1,000 a month in rent. How can I lose at that strategy? You see what I'm saying? So it's not for me to figure out what your strategic advantage is. You have to go back in your market and figure out, where can I cheat legally, morally, and ethically? Where do I have an unfair advantage? If I'm a roofer, if I'm an HVAC guy and I'm already going to people's houses, I'm talking to every homeowner, especially if I'm a roofer, because it's a high-ticket item. I'm talking to every homeowner about their roof. Hey, I know I just gave you a quote for $15,000, but listen, I buy houses too. You see how you start thinking? You might be able to pick up a house for cheap. You have to start thinking like this strategically. Everybody says trailer parks are trash, right? That's what trailer park trash. Chris, why are you investing in that? Well, and they fall apart. They fall apart, Chris. I took that picture last year. I was born in that trailer in 1981 in Lafayette, Louisiana. That trailer is still here today. It was a 1975 model when I was brought there. So it was 6, 7 years old when I was brought there as a baby. It's still there today being rented out for, I think, $750, $800. But it falls apart, Chris. This trailer is, there's no way you can make that an investment. You know how much they paid for that trailer back in 1975? Who wants to take a guess? $8,800. You know how many times that investment's been paid over it and over and over? So I want to break that connotation. But it's some of my mobile home parks. That's in Gonzales, Louisiana. We dropped some brand new trailers. That's me. We just finished rehabbing that trailer. We're no slumlords. We make them nice. We put luxury vinyl planks, brand new cabinets, Formica. We make them nice. We want to be in that range where anybody can afford the rent, right? I don't want to be a slumlord, but also don't want to be renting out, $400,000, $500,000 houses. This is some of the work we do. You see how nice that is? We put the wood paneling on the wall, how much that dresses that up. That doesn't look like slumlording, because that's a huge connotation. Well, man, you're in the mobile homes, and that stuff is just trashy. Case in point, this is a 2000. I think it was 2 or 3 years old, 2018 when I bought it. Clayton, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. He paid $35,000 for it in 2018. In 2020, I believe I bought that. Anybody can see in the middle where it says I paid for that? $5,000. I've been getting $850 to $900 a month in rent for the past 4 years now. Cost me $3,000 to $2,500 to move it, $3,000 to set it up. Closing costs, I'm all in at maybe $11,000, $12,000. It's a one year payout, 1.5 year payout. I'm cheating legally, morally, and ethically. I'm gonna keep repeating myself because it has to be ingrained in your mind. That trailer right there, I paid $8,500, I believe, for that trailer. Look how nice it is. That was random pictures of me walking around my mobile home parks. I don't know why they put that in the slide. And listen, I don't asset discriminate. When I say I'm a true blue-collar entrepreneur, I do it all. A lot of people like to say, hey, I just do flips or I just do apartments. That's my mechanic shop. That's 69 acres on a lake we just bought, top right corner. I'm developing an RV park. There's one of my partners in some apartment complexes we own back in Lafayette. That's a neighborhood we're developing in the bottom. This engineering work's just been done. Just so you know, I'm not a fucking guru. That bottom left corner is the house I live in Lafayette, Louisiana. It's a $2.5 million house. That's one of my houses on the beach in Gulf Shores, Alabama. That's my house in Destin, Florida on the right. That's my auto shop there, the bottom right-hand corner. And yes, I'm bragging, because a lot of these motherfuckers are going to come up here and go bullshit you and say, I do this and I do that, and look at my fucking Lambo and all that. Look at my fucking watch. That don't mean shit. This is true fucking wealth. Owning and holding real estate. I drive a fucking F-150 with 150,000 miles on it, folks. Think I give a fuck about your Lambo or your fucking $50,000 watch? That's stupidity. All right, we got a crash coming, and you guys are going to have to diversify, okay? Thankfully for you guys, you're in a recession-proof business. Most of you guys are. This is why I'm buying an HVAC company, because I feel like, hey, look, if the fucking economy crashes, dude, people are going to pay their HVAC bill before they pay their rent or mortgage. That's the truth. But you need to this is why I'm diversifying outside of real estate. Real estate has pulled back. Interest rates have doubled. Insurance has doubled. I'm in good shape because I bought everything at pennies on the dollar. A lot of my, colleagues that overpaid for shit because they just wanted to be a real estate investor. They just bought at current market value or upside down, and it's going to be a shit show here soon. But you're going to have to diversify. Don't asset discriminate. Whatever you can find at a huge discount, buy it and hold on to it, whether that's a business, whether it's a piece of real estate. There's going to be a lot of distressed sellers in the marketplace. That's why I tell you to raise private money so you can get access to some of these deals. You're probably going to have to get lean and mean, because I've been through a few crashes when I've had my mechanic shop, some other businesses. It's a time to lean out. Only keep key employees, get rid of all the dead weight. Who in here has felt the pullback in your business a little bit with the interest rates going up? A few of y'all, yeah. You're going to have to diversify. Buy or start businesses that are symbiotic to what you're already doing. Like the reason I did junk removal and why I'm doing HVAC is because I spend 6 figures a year in HVAC for my flipping and business and all my portfolio. Why don't I just keep that in-house? I'm always doing clean outs because of people we evict in all our units. We have about 650 units, so I'm always gonna have somebody we're evicting. I'm paying people to do that. Why wouldn't I keep that in-house? Start thinking, that's what I'm cheating legally, morally, and ethically. I'm keeping that in-house. Start thinking like that. Your leadership is gonna have to be a lot stronger when we come through this cycle. You're gonna have to stand tall, and you're gonna have to get kicked in the nuts, and you're gonna have to stand there and take it, because shit's about to get tough. You're gonna have to adapt and change. I'm always adapting and changing all the time. Learning new skill sets. Shit doesn't stay the same. The economy shifts. Technology changes. I had to get out of the quick lube business because of the technology, right? Oil changes. When I started, you would change your oil every 3,000 miles, and then every year it was like 5,000, 7,000, 10,000, 15,000. The dealership started giving away free oil changes. My business model started getting hurt. That's an example of how technology disrupts businesses. It disrupted mine 15 years ago, but I had to pivot. Be a cyclical player, meaning you got to better make money in the down cycle just as much as in the up cycle, and you make more money. I told myself when I was in 2008, when we had the big, huge economic crash. I was 25. Some of you guys might have been too young to remember. I was shitting myself because I didn't know what was going on. I thought you just start a business to make a bunch of money. And I made a bunch of money for 2 or 3 years, and all of a sudden, everything just fucking stopped. Who remembers 2008? It's fucking scary. But if I would have had access to private money and known what I know now, I could be worth a couple $100 million because I could have bought everything for pennies on the dollar. That's what I mean when I say be a cyclical player. You play the cycles. Buy the dip. Sell at the top. Buy when it falls. Eat the weak. What does that mean? Business is just like nature. People that can't hack it, you eat them up. Either the banks eat them up, they get bought out, or they got to sell off other assets. That's the truth. You better eat the weak. Find out try to eat your competitors. So when you come out of this cycle, you're even stronger. Be a fucking savage. In this time and age where we got everybody cutting their peckers off and boys wanting to be girls and girls wanting to be boys, it hadn't been better time in history to fucking take over. It's fucking ridiculous. And just be a fucking real estate gangster. Me and my wife, we slay it. Slay it. Because I understand a lot of these concepts that I'm talking about today. Direct-to-seller marketing, raising private money, building a brand, being a fucking savage. Don't talk to your loser friends from high school and college. Hang around with people that are doing big things. Warren Buffett once said, be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy only when others are fearful. Do you understand that concept? You do the opposite of the fucking masses. When people start shitting the bed, you fucking go all in. The time to buy real estate or start a business is when there's blood in the streets, and we're going all in. Fuck, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, fuck that guy. Hell yeah. All right, one more quick thing. We're wrapping this thing up. Listen, this is my wife. Don't take pictures of her. That's not a screen you can take pictures of. But listen, you can do all this shit I just told you to do. You can build all the fucking wealth you want. If you ain't got your wife on board, if you ain't got a stable relationship, it don't mean shit, because look at Bill Gates, that low life. Look at the Amazon guy, just wrote a check for $70 billion to his wife. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do, I promise you don't want to do that. So if you fucking the neighbor, you're doing something unethical and doing shit you shouldn't be doing, get right with your wife, get her on board. It's much funner to build wealth with your wife than have her sit on the sideline. I know I see a husband and wife team right there, right here, there you go. I know them, they know me. They've been in one of my events. I admire you guys, by the way. Always pushing together. Get your wife on board. It is something special when you build wealth together and you're giving it to your kids. Real quick, take a picture of this. I only got a minute or so left. You must be valuable to one another. If you're not, you're bullshitting yourself. Get clear and agree on how much money you want to make. Guard your environment. Don't talk about your problems to other people. Open communication. Run your marriage like a business. Mutually agreed upon goals. No friends that aren't entrepreneurial minded. Figure out how to homeschool your kids. Get your kids out of this communist fucking regime you see in school. They teaching them. Be hard and real with your children. Don't sugarcoat shit for them. Okay? I still whip my kids. I curse at them. I'm hard on them because life will be harder on them than you ever will be. Don't bullshit yourself. When they're acting like a fucking low life, you tell them, hey, you're being a low life. When they need a good ass whipping, you whip that ass. And leave a legacy and become a fucking legend for your family, okay? This is how you're going to live 100 years from now. I know 100 years from now, my great-great-grandbabies will say, hey, you remember Papa Rood? I remember, I didn't really get to meet him, but, man, we got pictures all over the walls of him. He was a fucking legend. He did all this cool shit. He wrote a book. He built real estate. That's how you fucking live forever. And I want you guys to live forever for your children. You owe that to them. But you got to have a roadmap. And the roadmap I just laid out for you, obviously there's a lot more technical things than that. But just understand, business is war. And that's why you don't need any friends. You need allies. I want you guys to be my allies. If you need something, you reach out to me. I want to partner with you guys. I think me and Lee got something special for you guys lined up we're going to talk about here soon. If you want to follow me, I just got hacked on Facebook. Follow me just on Instagram for now at Real Estate Rood. Me and my wife share our journey, and we do all kind of cool stuff in real estate we can show you. But don't follow me on Facebook because I got hacked. I'm trying to get it back. All right.
Thank you. My man, Chris Rood.